Mother is the former mayor of Uganda municipality. Kiria Ismail is my name. I'm the president of the secretary, DP Mukono. In my extreme right is Mr. Savio Mwanje, the organizing secretary of the Party Mukono municipality. His worship, you're most welcome to address today's press.
Good morning, members of the press. As Democratic Party, we are here today to address our weekly press conference. But we would like to start by passing our condolences and the sympathies to the family of the late journalist Edward Muhumuza. We also want to pass our sympathies to NTV family and also all the journalists in Uganda. This was a very, very tragic case resulting from a motor accident and on a road that is well built, that has cost a lot of money. So as EP, we advise that we need, as a government, to start investigating on all the accidents that are happening in Uganda, and more so on Entebbe-Kampala Express Highway. Because for all accidents to happen, normally there are three factors. Either it's the mechanical condition of the vehicle, or it's the driver himself, or it's the design and the conditions of the road. So when we see so many accidents happening on that road, we need to have a review of those factors so that we can reduce on so many accidents that are happening, not only on that road, but also on roads of Uganda. Members of the would like to concentrate on the homosexuality bill that has just been passed. As a Democratic Party, we would like to appreciate a lot the Parliament and all the MPs in the Parliament, because we believe that they took the right decision for Uganda as far as that device is concerned. As Uganda, we're a country that is for God and my country. And that means that the plan of God was not the plan of having a man marrying a man, a woman marrying a woman. The plan of God is a man marrying a woman. And even culturally here, in all parts of Uganda, I think that is the position. And you know very well that when you are receiving an important visitor in Uganda, or in African country, and even some of the Western countries, you receive him from the front door, not the back door. But now we start to see men, especially men, that are opening their back doors for visitors. So as a DP, we are in support of the decision that was taken by Parliament and the position of Uganda on this matter. And we don't see excuses to be used. I must commend the President of Uganda and also request that he should sign this bill in real law. Because there are so many excuses people are using, and a few of them actually they say this is a It's nature. Some people can be born in the sense that that is the way they are going to go. But I think that all of us have seen animals. You don't find animals doing something like that. So we are degrading ourselves even below the animals. So for us as DP, we say that this is a very good decision and which should be followed. In Uganda here, I think it started slowly by men, men who were being married by women. And we look at it as kind of laziness, because men don't want to work, they don't want to take their roles as men, they even want to go and get married to women. Now they have come from there, now they are getting married to men, for many other reasons. So for us as DP, our stand is as the parliament decided. So we support this bill, and we would like to see that people in Uganda continuously get out of those vices, which we think that is an imposed vice to us. And we see quite many people that are taking that line, like I think recently we had Moses Mukibi in Masaka. Moses Mukibi, a father of 8 children, you understand? 6 girls, 2 boys, and he has decided to get married to a white person. Most probably driven by money or driven by visa issues. So here, when you check really the people that are actually doing homosexual, you will find that the majority of them are people who want to get supreme power, to be supreme over men, to dehumanize men. I was trying to look for a word that we can put here, and I think that a man who wants to go with another man wants to have control over the man, because that man will follow him, will do whatever he wants to do. And I think that is the biggest motivation. So they are getting you, they are getting that management from you. And when I was looking for a term, I said, I think the right term will be to demonize a person. You're a man, but they want to get you out of your management and they demonize you so that you remain like a useless man. So we support this position as a DP, and we are not over-worried about what is like to happen, because most of the people are saying, when we do this, we are going to lose aid, we are going to lose aid from outside, we are going to lose sponsorship. I think that as Uganda, as a country, this is the time when we must be determined that we can live on our own, that we can build our own economy, because we've got so many young people, especially, without employment. So what we would emphasize would be to create employment for our people, for our young people, and have everybody utilize his capacity. We know very well that Uganda has got a lot of resources. That as a country, Uganda, we can actually, if we concentrate and did the right things, we can improve and also grant our economy. Therefore, the first area that we believe that Uganda should tackle and the president should tackle without any favor is corruption. We are losing a lot of money through corruption. And if that money was being well utilized, I believe that we can actually rejuvenate our economy. And because of that, we think and we believe and we want to urge the President that that is the area that must be handled first at this particular time. It's not one man's battle. It's going to be a battle for all of us. Because corruption has gone everywhere. Recently, the Deputy Inspector General of Government, Madam Annie Muhairwe Chinomugisha, gave a picture of how much money that Uganda is losing through corruption. And when you look at different sectors that he was looking at, for example, he looked at money lost through taxes and collected, 131 billion. She looked at money lost in different sectors. For example, fees and utilities, 820 billion. And so many other areas, which included security, which included the health and education. You see that only what is recorded, we are already losing about 3 trillion shillings. But if we include even other areas outside what is recorded, I think that Uganda loses not less than 5 trillion of our economy, of our GDP, through corruption. And that is about 20% of our economy. So that is the area that should be handled immediately. And another area would be job creation, especially for the youth. I know as we look for taxes from different people and different companies, we need to seriously think of extending kind of rebates, tax rebates, for companies that are employing a certain number of people. If you've got a company that is employing 100 youth, 200 youth, it's wise to give those companies tax rebates so that we encourage them to employ more and more youth. So, as the DP, we want to appeal to everybody that this is the time for us to tighten our belts, because a lot is going to come. But as a human being, you need to choose which side you are going to be. Are you going to stand on the side of the devil, or are you going to stand on the side of God? Because our country motto is for God and my country. And as Uganda, that's what we chose. Another thing is not to forget, a number of other countries are going to take similar decisions. And I believe quite a number of countries will choose the path that Uganda is taking. So we should be confident that this is not a disaster. And also we start wondering, really, the Western world is saying that whatever is happening now, homosexuality, that is a human right. But human right, how about children that are going hungry? How about people that find themselves in big disasters or in war? Those people, don't they have also human rights? Right to food, right to where to sleep, and so on, right to medication. How comes that the Western world is looking at homosexuality as the only issue of human rights, it doesn't make sense. So they want to put our countries here. But they are doing this because we are tempted to get money from them. So for us today, and all of you Ugandans, we should be prepared that time will be challenging, but also it's a very good opportunity for us, because that means we have to utilize our resources very well. That means that our youth that don't have employment, we have to get employment for them, for everybody to be able to produce. As we talk now, and I believe that this bill will be turned into law, I want to request on behalf of DP that we should follow the law. Because we have the law, we shouldn't take the law in our hands, we shouldn't do mob justice, and everybody who is caught in this situation, I think, should not be treated in the mob justice way. Because the law is there. There was a video recently, I think it came from Kasese, the father and the son, punishing the son almost to death. The law is there. What would you expect from women when men are becoming women? Men are getting married here and there, so that we can move together amicably. Thank you very much for listening to me. We are good at legislating laws, that is good. Implementation, you are right, is lacking in many respects. But you look at this law on homosexuality, and you check about how many Ugandans are supporting it. I think already you have about over 99% supporting it. When the law is supported by very many people, it becomes easier to implement. But remember that today, if sanctions came in and so on, they will bite everybody. So as Uganda, we will have to fight together. We are already in that position. We are going to fight together. And I think that this law ultimately will be enforced, because the people that have been in that kind of vibes are likely to give up. And the way it would have grown is going to reduce. I believe that the recruitment in the schools of young children and so on will stop or will greatly reduce. And if the homosexuality doesn't get young people that have been going there, I believe that the law will not be needed very much, because the device, as we move forward, it will diminish.